Okay. Welcome, everybody. This is the City of New York, Borough of the Bronx, Community Board 7. This is the public hearing for fiscal year 2024.
Councilman Dominguez,
Bronx.
you gotta go sit down. I'm in the meeting now.
This is the capital and expense budget requests. So we're going to have on the screen each individual item. Anybody will have an opportunity to comment on the item. We will limit the comment to 1 minute each time. We have a volunteer timekeeper. Thank you, Jean Hill, board member, who will keep track of the time. And just so people know ahead of time, the comments will be considered by the board. The board will listen to what people say. They will forward it to the appropriate committee, and the board will respond. So just for a hypothetical, I thought of this member of the public or a board member says, I believe the #1 item should be that all of the walls in every public school in Board 7 should be painted pink. The board will consider that suggestion and will act upon that suggestion. So, are there any questions? Clear how we will proceed? Okay. So let's jump into the actual listing. We could do capital or expense first. It doesn't matter. So hold on for the technical. Okay, can everybody see that on their screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. All right.
Yes, that size
So-
is readable.
Yeah, I have to read it because there might be somebody joining just by audio. So I'll make it as quick as I can. So the fiscal year 2024 Executive Budget Register, Bronx Community Board, District 7. This is the capital budget priorities and requests, as opposed to the expense. Priority #1, request, provide more housing for median income households. Explanation. The recent push to create affordable housing has resulted in additional units for low-income residents in our district. We are requesting developments with open door program financing within our district to provide our residents with ownership opportunities. Responsible agency is Department of Housing Preservation and Development. Any comments? Priority #2, request, provide a new or expand an existing elementary school. Explanation. 11 out of our 14 grade schools are overcrowded. Our community is experiencing a large increase in residential development with thousands of planned housing units across the district. Responsible agency, Department of Education. Any comments? Okay. We will move on to item #3, priority #3. Request, provide a new or expand an existing middle/intermediate school. Explanation. Our existing middle schools are over capacity. We need a new middle/intermediate school within this Community Board 7 district. Responsible agency, Department of Education. Any comments? Moving on. Priority #4, request, reconstruct or upgrade a park or amenity, parentheses, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field, end of parentheses. Explanation. Renovate the basketball courts to include resurfacing of the floor and new fiberglass backboards. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation, location site name, DeVoe Park. Any comments? I see a thumbs up. Can we hear the comment? And of course, an option is to, instead of audio, you can put your comment in the chat. Okay. So that was a thumbs up rather than a hand. Okay. Item number 5. Priority number 5. Request. Other capital budget requests for DPR. Explanation. Installation of surveillance cameras at St. James Park, DeVoe Park, Aqueduct Walk, and Williamsbridge Oval Park to increase community safety. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation, supported by residents of Community Board 7 Park advocates. Any comments? Okay. Thank you for that thumbs up. Priority number 6, request. Renovate interior building component. Explanation. The DeWitt Clinton High School pool needs repairs. The students attending deserve to have a fully functioning pool. A pool will encourage our students to establish fitness routines that could help to prevent obesity and encourage lifelong healthy habits. Bronx County is currently the unhealthiest county in the state. Access to a pool, which could eventually even be used by the community as it was years ago, would be a big help towards that goal. Responsible agency, Department of Education, location site name, DeWitt Clinton High School, address, DeWitt Clinton High School Fieldhouse. Any comments? Okay, moving on. Priority number 7, request. Reconstruct or upgrade a park or amenity, parentheses, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field, end of parentheses. Explanation. The last major rehabilitation of Mosholu Parkway took place nearly 40 years ago. In the meantime, the park has been allowed to fall apart with an increasing number of benches out of service, stone pillars crumbling, and fencing falling apart. The board calls on the department to work with the Department of Traffic, DOT, to undertake a total rehabilitation of Mosholu Parkway. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation, location site name, Mosholu Parkway. Any comments? Okay, priority number 8, request. Provide a new or expanded park or amenity, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field, end of parentheses. Explanation. New fitness equipment is needed at the St. James Recreation Center. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation, location site name, St. James Park, address 2530 Jerome Avenue. Any comments? Item priority number 9. Request. Improve access to a building in a park. Explanation. The Recreation Center at Williamsbridge Oval offers many diverse programs for both adults and youngsters. The building has limited ADA accessibility due to lack of an elevator that would allow full access to both floors of the building. Community Board 7 requests the installation of an ADA-compliant elevator that would allow mobility-impaired users access to all programs. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation, location site name, Williamsbridge Oval Recreation Center. Any comments? Priority number 10, request, provide a new NYPD facility, such as a new precinct, house, or sub-precinct. Explanation, the 52nd Precinct has over 300 officers servicing the community. Currently, the precinct is in need of a sub-precinct to accommodate the growth. Responsible agency, Police Department, location site name, 52nd Precinct. Comment. Moving on, priority number 11, request, reconstruct or upgrade a park or amenity, for example, a playground, outdoor athletic field, and the parentheses. Explanation, fund repair of the perimeter fencing at the Williamsbridge Oval Park to address security issues. There are many portions of the current gate surrounding Williamsbridge Oval Park where the iron fence is missing or have been compromised. This provided opportunities for individuals to enter the park after dark and cause a variety of disturbances for neighborhood residents or damage to the park or center. Repair of this fence around Williamsbridge Oval Park will restore the first line of defense to the park and serve as a deterrent to vandalism and other quality of life issues. Supported by residents surrounding Williamsbridge Oval Park, park advocates. Local site name, Williamsbridge Oval Park. Any comments? Okay. Now move on to priority number 12, request, create a new or renovate or upgrade an existing public library, New York Public Library. Explanation, as detailed in the attached support letter, additional funding is needed by New York Public Library for capital improvements to the libraries in Kingdom Board 7. Sponsor HC New York Public Library, location site name, Marshallou Library. Any comment? Priority number 13, request, provide a new or expanded park or amenity, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field. Explanation, Fordham Landing is one of the few active sports areas in University Heights. It is currently used by local teams and leagues for baseball, softball, basketball, and handball. The field and courts need to be rehabilitated and updated. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Location address, Exterior Street, West Fordham Road. Comments? Moving on, priority 14, request, reconstruct or upgrade a park or amenity, parentheses, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field, and the parentheses. Explanation, flooding and drainage in the park grass areas and walkways have been ongoing issues at DeVoe Park. Also, benches need to be repaired or upgraded throughout the park. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Comments? Sorry, location site name for that, of course, was DeVoe Park. Okay, moving on, priority 15. Request, reconstruct or upgrade a park or amenities, parentheses, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field, and the parentheses. Explanation, rehabilitate the 2 playgrounds and play equipment in DeVoe Park. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation, location site name, DeVoe Park. Comments? Moving on, priority 16, request, upgrade or create new greenways. Explanation, there is currently a city-owned vacant lot at Oliver Place between Marion Avenue and Decatur Avenue. The site is not only an eyesore for the community, but also has been a site for numerous negative activities, including loitering, drug dealing, and violent crime. We are requesting a community garden. Please review Bridge Arts application for maintaining this site. Responsible agency, Department of Transportation, location site name, Oliver Place. Comments? Friday 17, request. Improve access to a park or amenity, parentheses, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field, end of parentheses, explanation. Repair, hold on. Repair broken pavement at the Williamsbridge Oval Park at the Holt Place entrance. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Location, site name, Williamsbridge Oval Park. Address, Williamsbridge Oval Rec Center. Comments? Okay, moving on. Priority number 18, request. Other transportation infrastructure requests. Explanation. Department of Traffic, should add more stories to the municipal parking garage at Jerome Avenue to allow for more parking availability. The additional parking will benefit the visitors and staff of North Central Bronx Hospital, would also alleviate the loss of parking in the area due to the roadway cafes and city bike. Provide electric car charging stations. Sponsor agency, Department of Transportation. Location, address, 3210 Jerome Avenue. Comments? Moving on to priority number 19, request, reconstruct or upgrade a building in a park. Explanation, create an outdoor fitness station on the upper perimeter of Williamsbridge Oval Park as requested by community residents. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Location, site name, Williamsbridge Oval Park. Address, Williamsbridge Oval Rec Center. Comments? Okay, item number 20, request, repair or provide new street lights. Explanation, the tunnels under the Grand Concourse at Bedford Park Boulevard and East 204th Street need additional and updated lighting to enhance the safety under these throughways. These tunnels are also of need of cleaning and painting. Sponsor HC Department of Transportation. Comments? Okay, moving on to item number 21. Request, provide new type and or specific type of program. Explanation, install running/jogging areas in large parks and around playing fields in our district. Areas for jogging, walking, and competitive running are needed to promote good health and provide safe recreational space. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Any comments? Okay, priority 22, request, provide new type and/or specific type of program. Explanation, rehabilitate the bocce court in the Williamsbridge Oval. The area is no longer used for bocce games and needs to be resurfaced and repurposed for another active sport. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Comments? Okay, 23, request, other park maintenance and safety requests. Explanation, install railings along the path at University Woods Park. The wooded area along the path contains poisonous plants and rocks, which could cause injury to visitors. Low railings will help to maintain park goers' safety. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Comments? Okay, moving on. Priority number 24, request, other capital requests for Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Explanation, provide funding to expand and enhance veteran-based programs with accessibility to dental/medical/health care appointments and services. Since COVID-19 has increased needs and limited veterans' ability to travel, many providers use telemedicine as a means of contact. Funding to provide equipment like Wi-Fi tablets, provide staffing to train veterans on how to use equipment, and provide the means for mobile medical units and mobile dental units to do trainings, transport equipment to veterans, provide a base for veteran enrollment, and provide free dental cleanings and dental kits needed. Responsible agency, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Any comments? Right. Priority number 25, request. Other requests for park building or access improvements. Explanation. DOT has created a crosswalk and path mid-block between Van Cortlandt Avenue East and Bainbridge Avenue along Marshall Parkway. The existing park walkway leading to the new crosswalk from the South Service Road needs repair and lighting. Install lighting along the new crossing path on Marshall Parkway South near East 204th Street. Sponsor Agency Parks Department, location Marshall Parkway South near East 204th Street. Any comments? Oh, I see a hand raised.
Hello, can you hear me? It's AJ.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Yes, I just wanted to comment, if there's going to be lights in the parkway, it should be up and down the whole parkway and not in the new spot they just installed it. They didn't put lights there for a reason. Other crossings on this parkway are dangerous and have no lighting whatsoever. So as they just built this one with no lighting, the lighting should go in the places that are highly requested and needed. Thank you.
So we have somebody diligently taking notes. That was a little quick, so I think I'll kind of summarize. And if I'm not correct, let me know. The comment was, instead of just limiting the lighting, the request for lighting along the path, perhaps the board should consider making the request to increase lighting in other areas along the parkway, not just the path. Is that basically?
Yes, by the monument, I want to say that's Marion Hall, Bainbridge, not just the new path. I want to say it's not east to west, but all the crossings don't really have lighting for the pedestrians. They have like the stoplights. And then sometimes there's no crosswalk within the parkway itself. So you're just walking on dirt with no light. And then we have the bike lanes now, but there's still no lights, like actual lighting on the pedestrian side.
That's your 1 minute, AJ. Everybody has a 1 minute to answer their question.
Okay.
So I'm the timekeeper. I'm not just cutting you off arbitrarily.
Okay, thank you, Jane. Well, we apply that equally to everybody, including me. Okay, so I think we have the general idea. Thank you for that comment. Appreciate it. What we were up to? Okay. Right. No, priority number 26. Request. Reconstruct or upgrade a park or amenity, parentheses, for example, playground, outdoor athletic field, and the parentheses. Explanation, repair/replace the artificial turf at Harris Field. Responsible agency, Parks Department. Any comments? Okay, I believe now we have the carried over items. Request. Improve accessibility of transit infrastructure by providing elevators, escalators, etc. Explanation. This project was awarded on the MTA 2020-2024 Capital Improvement Program. The board will continue to monitor the design process and the installation/construction of the ADA compliant elevator at the number 4 subway line at Marshall Parkway until completion. Responsible agency, Transit Authority. Location, site name, Marshall Parkway Station, number 4 train. Any comments on that? Moving on. I believe that completes the capital portion of the fiscal year 2024 Bronx Community Board 7 capital expense budget request. Now we're moving on to the expense portion. So this is fiscal year 2024 executive budget register, Bronx Community District 7 expense budget priorities and requests. And the same ground rules will apply. Priority number 1, request. Conduct bid feasibility analysis or support bid formation planning for a selected commercial district. That's an acronym for Business Improvement District. That's not written here. That's just my information for people. Sponsor agency, Department of Small Business Services, location Kingsbridge Road from University of the Grand Concourse. Explanation. As part of the redevelopment of the Kingsbridge Armory, it is necessary to support the creation of a bid in the commercial corridor along Kingsbridge Road to prevent tenant displacement and harassment. Again, responsible agency, Department of Small Business Services, location Kingsbridge Road from University to Grand Concourse. Comments? Okay, moving on to priority number 2, request funding to promote existing programs that address chronic disease prevention. Explanation. According to the latest available New York City Community Health Profile for Bronx Community District 7, the adult obesity rate in our district is 33% higher than the average for the city. The rate of diabetes is 19%, and 35% of residents have hypertension, both rates higher than the New York City average. We request funding to promote existing programs and initiatives that promote healthy living and chronic disease prevention. We request that promotion efforts are multilingual and culturally competent for the diverse population within CB7. Responsible agency, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Comments? Priority number 3, request. Create a neighborhood plan in coordination with the community. Explanation. As part of the redevelopment of the Kingsbridge Armory, the Department of City Planning should conduct a zoning and land use study of the area that would create a master plan for future neighborhood needs, such as schools, job growth, housing, and commercial development. The creation of a special Kingsbridge Armory district can allow for the transfer of development, for instance, air rights, for much needed affordable housing in the area. Responsible agency, Department of City Planning. Comments? Okay, moving on to item number 4. Request. Promote programs to destigmatize mental health needs and encourage treatment. Explanation. Community Board 7 would like to request a targeted, multilingual media campaign advertising New York City well so that residents can become aware of the services available. Community Board 7 would also like Department of Health and Mental Hygiene to conduct community outreach to make residents aware of the resources available through New York City Well and other mental health support. Sponsor agency, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Comments? Okay, moving on. Item number 5, request. Enhance NORC programs and health services. It's sort of acronym for Naturally Occurring Retirement Communities. Explanation. Bronx Community Board 7 requests funding for DIFTA, Department for the Aging, to conduct a study to determine eligibility for a NORC program within Community Board 7. According to recently available census data, approximately 10% of Community Board 7 residents are aged 65 years and older. However, within the district, there are concentrations of older adults that are in need of services and support to age with dignity and comfort in their homes. Responsible agency, Department for the Aging. Comments? Moving on to priority number 6, request. Provide, expand, or enhance after-school programs for middle school students, parentheses, grades 6 through 8, and the parentheses. Explanation. Students in our district are underrepresented in 2 specialized high schools in our community. We are requesting test preparation programs to prepare our students for admission to Bronx Science and American Studies high schools. Responsible agency, Department of Education. Comments? Moving on, priority number 7, request. Provide more information and services related to STIs, HIV/AIDS, and family planning. Explanation. Provide more information and services related to sexually transmitted diseases. I forgot what it is. Anyway, HIV, AIDS, and family planning, including access and communication around where folks can access PrEP and PEP. I'm not sure what those acronyms stand for. I apologize. Responsible agency, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Any comments? Moving on, priority number 8, request. Promote programs to destigmatize substance misuse and encourage treatment. Explanation. It is important to make naloxone accessible and available to community members without out-of-pocket costs. Community members have expressed the importance of being able to access naloxone to prevent opioid overdoses in our community. It is important for naloxone to be accessible within pharmacies and health organizations within Community Board 7, and that the public has access to this life-saving intervention. Responsible agency, Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. Moving on, priority number 9, request. Continue crime prevention/victim assistance programs for seniors. Explanation. Community Board 7 requests an information campaign about crime prevention and victim assistance programs for seniors in the Bronx. The board requests targeted outreach activities including tabling at community events, mailings, television commercials, and phone banking advertising these services to our senior communities. Responsible agency, Department for the Aging. Comments?
It's 552.
Thank you. 10. Request increase home delivered meals capacity. Explanation. Currently, there are only 15 providers citywide serving home delivered meals in 22 catchment areas. We need to increase the number of providers and catchment areas to better serve seniors, including those residing in Community Board 7. Responsible agency, Department for the Aging. Comments? Priority number 11. Request expand street outreach. Explanation. Community Board 7 requests a higher number of outreach activities to be conducted within Community Board 7 for areas that are known to be frequented by chronically homeless and unsheltered individuals. Responsible agency, Department of Homeless Services. Comments? On priority 12, request expand or enhance emergency food assistance programs, EFAP. Explanation. Food insecurity is a major challenge for residents of Bronx Community Board 7, especially during this period of economic inflation. Community Board 7 requests increasing the funding for emergency food programs and pantries within our Community Board 7, and also funding to advertise Food Help New York City so that residents can be better informed of the assistance available and refer neighbors. Responsible agency, Human Resources Administration. Comments? Moving on, priority 13, requests other educational program requests. Explanation. Provide funding for the establishment of a gifted and talented program, as well as a preparatory course for the gifted and talented test in a school within Community District 7. Responsible agency, Department of Education. Comments? Priority 14, request provide, expand, or enhance Cornerstone and Beacon programs, all ages, including young adults. Explanation. Providing more Beacon programs out of district is necessary and a critical tool in keeping children/young adults off the street and positively engaged. Additional after-school slots are necessary to ensure all children in the district are given the opportunity to utilize these services. Responsible agency, Department of Youth and Community Development. Comments? Item 15, priority 15, request improve trash removal and cleanliness. Explanation. The current number of parks personnel assigned to trash removal is insufficient. Additional personnel are needed for trash removal and general upkeep of community park space. The purchase of a mechanical broom, grass cutter, and pickup truck for the Parks Department to address pathway maintenance and ensure frequent garbage collections in Community District 10 parks are needed. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation, I think I saw something in the chat. Okay, noted in the chat. We have that recorded. Item number 16, request expand programs for housing inspections to correct code violations. Explanation, provide additional personnel to HPD to enforce the housing maintenance code. Responsible agency, Department of Housing Preservation and Development. Comments? Moving on, priority 17, request increase enforcement of city sidewalk / dirty area / failure to clean area laws. Explanation, there is a need to increase sanitation enforcement personnel to address the trash along our commercial corridors that include, but not limited to, Fordham Road, Kings Road, Jerome Avenue, East 198th Street, East 204th Street, Bainbridge Avenue, and Webster Avenue. In addition, the additional personnel could also focus on the dirty sidewalks along our residential streets. An increase in enforcement in tandem with public education would be helpful in tackling the problems of littering, trash maintenance, and the proper way to keep sidewalks and streets clean on our neighborhood streets. Sponsor agency, Department of Sanitation. Comments? Item number priority 18, request enhance park safety through more security staff. Parentheses, police or parks enforcement, end of parentheses. Explanation. Additional PEP officers are needed to patrol our parks and playgrounds to address various quality of life issues. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Comments. Priority 19, request improve public housing maintenance and cleanliness. Explanation, provide personnel to maintain the common areas and sidewalks around the building. NYCHA residents deserve to have a clean environment. Responsible agency, Housing Authority, location site name, Bailey Houses, address 2663 Heath Avenue. Hang on, any comments? Oh. Okay, item number 20. Request, improve subway station or train cleanliness, safety, and maintenance. Explanation, major cleaning and rehabilitation are needed at the B, D, and 4 subway lines within District 7. Comments? Priority 21, request, provide or enhance rental subsidies programs. Explanation, the lack of affordable housing and the continuing decline in the number of Section 8 vouchers has made it impossible for many residents to find affordable housing options. Additional rental subsidy programs would also be helpful in creating housing options for these residents. Responsible agency, Department of Housing Preservation and Development. Comments? Priority 22, request, provide, expand, or enhance rental assistance programs / vouchers for permanent housing. Explanation, to prevent homelessness, additional funding is needed to maintain people living in their homes with rent assistance and or vouchers. Responsible agency, Human Resources Administration. Comments? Moving on to priority number 23. Address traffic congestion. Explanation. As development continues to increase in the district, traffic congestion and pedestrian safety has become an ever-increasing area of concern. The department should explore opportunities for reducing traffic congestion on Jerome Avenue, Gun Hill Road, Kingsbridge Road, and Fordham Road. Responsible agency, Department of Transportation. Comments? Priority 24, requests, other park maintenance and safety requests. Explanation. Provide a full-time gardener and maintenance personnel for Marshall Parkway, St. James Park, and DeVoe Park, which have very large green spaces and require additional maintenance. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Comments? Moving on, priority number 25, provide a new bus service or select bus service. Explanation, add a new select bus service line from the Fordham Road area to LaGuardia Airport. This bus line was once proposed by the MTA, but funding never materialized and never implemented. The board continues to believe that this vital bus line will provide an easier connection to the airport for all Bronxites. Responsible agency, Transportation Authority. Comments? Priority 26, requests, provide more programs in parks or recreation areas. Explanation. The Vote Park needs a playground associate to provide activities for the children. Responsible agency, Department of Parks and Recreation. Location site name, DeVoe Park. Address, University Avenue, Bronx, New York. Comments? Moving on, priority number 27, request invest in financial incentives and low-cost financing for job creation and retention. Explanation. With our community still experiencing a 6.6% unemployment rate as of August 2022, funding for job readiness and empowerment programs that focus on developing skills in job searching, interviewing, and job retention are vital to the community. Responsible agency, Economic Development Corporation. Comments? Priority 28, request. Support local CBOs, support local CBOs' efforts to provide or expand district marketing, branding, and promotion. Explanation. Our community businesses need help now more than ever. The current climate has put a huge economic strain on local businesses. They need assistance. Responsible agency, Department of Small Business Services. Comments? 29, request clean catch basins. Explanation. Catch basins throughout the community board need servicing more frequently. Following rainstorms or when the hydrants are open, streets are flooded and overflow onto sidewalks. Areas of concern include Marshall Parkway, north and south sides, the commercial corridor of East 204th Street from Webster to Bainbridge Avenue, Parkside Place near East 205th Street, and in front of 3300 Webster Avenue. Responsible agency, Department of Environmental Protection. Comments? Priority 30, request, expand subway service frequency or hours of operations. Explanation. The neighbors in our district are experiencing a substantial increase of residential units. Therefore, frequency and service is a priority on the B and D train lines. Extend express service during evening rush hours from 4 to 8 p.m. Faster service will avoid overcrowding. Responsible agency, Transit Authority. Comments? Item 31, priority 31, request, improve transit and pedestrian safety, including traffic calming. Explanation. During peak and non-peak hours, traffic from the highway at the 207th Street Bridge can be difficult and unsafe to navigate. In 2016, NYPD reported 156 traffic-related accidents, and in 2017, NYPD reported 136 traffic-related accidents. The intersection remains unsafe to navigate when vehicles speed through the lights while pedestrians try to cross to and from the bridge and to and from the University Heights Metro North train station. The presence of traffic agents will discourage motorists from violating traffic rules. Responsible agency, Department of Transportation. Comments? Priority 32, request, increase enforcement of canine waste laws. Explanation.
Wait, Andrew, you have a hand raised.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Apologies. Yes, please. I can't hear you.
This is my raised hand on item number 30. Is that supposed to be MTA or just the transit? I mean, Transportation Authority should be MTA. No.
Andrew,
If I may, this is not the actual drop-down menu. This is a Google Doc.
Okay.
So,
No, that's why I'm not sure if that's clarified or.
we can get back to you offline to make sure that that's not the language. But either way, like it would be appropriate, like once we get on it, if that makes sense.
Thank you.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Andrew.
Okay, increase enforcement of canine waste laws. That was priority number 32. Explanation. The district has historically had one of the highest volumes of complaints regarding canine waste. An increase in public education and infrastructure, such as bags, along parks and sidewalks would be helpful in addressing this long-standing issue. Responsible agency, Department of Sanitation. Comments? Priority 33, request, our community board facilities and staff requests. Explanation. provide additional funding for community boards to fulfill charter mandate responsibilities. We are requesting that the city increase the community board's budget to $350,000 to properly serve the district's growing population. Responsible agency, Mayor's Office of Management and Budget. Amen. Moving on to priority number 34, request. Animal and pest control requests, including reducing rat and mosquito populations. Explanation. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has exponentially increased the volume of rats and other vermin in the communities within Community Board 7. We request funding to provide additional and improved methods of animal and pest control to address the unsanitary conditions in our buildings, streets, and communities. We also request funding to continue virtual and in-person education sessions through programs like the Rat Academy. And the agency would be, I guess, Department of Health.
Yes, this is Department of Health.
Yeah, we'll fix that up. Priority number 35, request. Inspect fire hydrant at a specific location and repair or replace as needed. Explanation. Community would like to request fire hydrant tamper-proof valves for all hydrants throughout the district to prevent illegal use. Responsible agency, Department of Environmental Protection. Comments? Item 36, priority 36, request, expand code enforcement. Explanation, provide additional personnel for Department of Buildings to enforce code violations and maintenance. Responsible agency, Department of Buildings. Comments? Priority 37, request, hire additional school safety agents. Explanation, there's a shortage of public safety officers within our district, and parent associations, the school administrations have expressed interest in additional safety measures for the schools. Whenever new public safety officers come in, others currently in the position either retire, quit, or get promoted to a higher paying position in another division outside of school safety division. Many schools like PS 86, PS8, and others have between 2 and 3 officers on staff. Yet some schools have multiple buildings, and all schools have many entrances that remain unguarded due to low number of officers. Responsible agency, NYPD. Again, comments. Moving on, priority number 38, request. Plant new street trees. Explanation. Remove dead trees and plant new trees in the empty pits throughout Community Board 7. Responsible agency, Parks Department. Comments. Okay. We'll move on to, that completes the expense portion of the public hearing fiscal year 2024 Bronx Community Board 7 capital expense budget request. Thank you all, and thank you to board members who worked really hard on this and passed the baton.
All right. So Andrew, just you have to say this concludes and so forth so we can end this. Andrew?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last.
You have to close this off.
Oh, well, I mean, we don't have a motion to adjourn or end the meeting.
No, but this ends the public hearing session for the capital. Repeat what you said at the beginning, but just.
Okay. All right. This officially ends the November 15th, 2022 public hearing of the fiscal year 2024 Bronx Community Board 7 capital and expense budget request. Thank you all for attending. Is that official enough?